Hey, glad you're with us today here on Tennessee Mornings, and it's time to face facts. Or it's time for face facts.
Yes.
Whichever you want to call it. The sun is out. It's time to celebrate spring with many outdoor activities. Well, it's golf, boating, swimming, or tennis. We all love to play outside, but, with time, the sun is going to wreak havoc on your face by causing wrinkles and adding age to your face.
That's right. Dr. Deb Sherman, our aesthetic guru, is here to tell you about a simple, easy, affordable solution to making sure that the sun does not march wrinkles and sun damage all across your face. Is it too late if you've already been out for years and you haven't been using the sunscreen?
It's never too late, because anytime you can protect yourself from that ultraviolet rays. Now, what is ultraviolet? It's part of the light spectrum, right? And that's the damaging part of what gets our skin into problems. So with the ultraviolet light, you have UVA. Think of it this way: UVA for aging, UVB for burning. So UVA aging, UVB burning, and that's what it does for your skin.
See, I'm so glad that you talk about that, because you've heard that UVA rays are bad for you, UVB rays are bad. They're both bad.
That's exactly right. And so what we've got to do is protect ourselves from that.
All right, well, what's available on a daily basis that we can use to protect ourselves? And I know in past appearances you've jumped my case saying it's not just for golf, Charlie. It's all the time you need to wear it. And I don't leave the house with sunscreen on.
Well, it needs to be a daily routine. The reason is that when 80% of sun damage is incidental. So what we don't realize is that every day, even driving in the car, have you ever noticed that when women drive and the sun hits their hands, then we get those aging spots? So what we need is the highest level of active ingredients in a sunscreen that's SPF 25 or greater. And then we want one that has some chemical ingredients. There's Parcel 1789, and we've got this one that has the Parcel 1789 at the Sherman Aesthetic Center. Also,
what does that do? What does that do?
Well, it's a chemical that blocks you from having UVA or UVB, and it's only been out a very short time. But sometimes chemicals can work well with advanced medical mechanical blockers.
Got it.
And with our own personal line, we have an antioxidant vitamin C with the titanium dioxide and the micronized zinc. So those have mechanical. So the UVA and the UVB is blocked by both chemical and mechanical. And when you have both of those blockers with the highest level of ingredients, that's when you're going to get the best protection.
So both of these is what you're saying.
Well, what we can do is figure out which sunscreen is right for you. But there's examples that have the highest level of active ingredients. So all sunscreens are not the same.
And this is an environmental protection cream?
It is, because it has antioxidants with that. And so when you think about protecting yourself from those UVA aging and UVB burning, then your skin is going to maintain its natural glow.
What's the difference in products that are bought like in a regular store, grocery store, or anything like that versus what you have?
The difference is we have a higher level of active ingredient. And the prices are comparable.
So not too much more expensive. How often do you have to reapply? Because that's the catch. People put it on once and they say, oh, I've got sunscreen on.
And you ladies with the makeup on too. You have to redo your makeup every time you do this?
Actually, you can't put the makeup foundation on thick enough to give you adequate protection. So you put your topicals on, and then you add your sunscreen that has your 25 SPF or greater, plus your active ingredients, and then we put on our foundation, which is helpful but not enough.
Okay, so it needs to go under the foundation. When you're out in the sun, if you know you're going to be golfing, playing tennis, or out by the pool, do you need to do it every hour, every 2 hours?
Excellent question. It's best for active life in the sun to do it every 4 hours. But you know what? It's not just the sunscreen. If you'll take a hat, a visor, after you put your sunscreen on, and those sunglasses that give you that UVA and UVB protection. Furthermore, plan your outdoor activity not between 10 and 2, because the sun can really reflect on the sand and the sun, because that's when the sun is overhead and you're going to have your highest level of volume loss, highest risk for skin cancer, and highest level of burn.
I grew up in the 60s, and, we never heard anything like this. If anything, it was like, get some of this Hawaiian tropics, smear it on you, and try to get a good tan.
Fry.
Which you fry it, basically. So, for those of us, the baby boomer generation, is it too late to protect yourself? What can be done?
It's never too late. And actually, at the Sherman Aesthetic Center, we can determine which sunscreen and skincare regimen is right for you. We can have it meet your lifestyle, what you're willing to do, and your pocketbook.
Hey, from a scientific standpoint, everything has changed. The atmosphere has changed. More harmful rays are getting through to us than when we were growing up as kids.
The ozone is letting a lot more through.
Wow.
And we know that sunscreen before the age of 8 prevents melanoma, which is a life-threatening skin cancer.
Sure.
So make sure those children before the age of 8 get their sunscreen. And you can actually wear clothes that provide sunscreen, but also put it on your own face, move it to your chest, do the backs of your hands, and you're ready to go.
I've never thought about the backs of my hands. I'm so glad you said that. If you have any more questions, you can contact the Sherman Aesthetic Center. Here's the information. They are on Harding Road, Suite 106, right next to St. Thomas. The phone number, write it down, 297-5798, 297-5798. The free facial analysis, you can still have that done, and you can tell people what they need to be doing to protect themselves with sunscreen.
And we're going to have some fun because next week, what to do to get ready for looking hot at the high school reunion.
Oh, yes.
Soccer moms,
yes.
be ready.
Yes, I love it. That's fantastic.
You got the answers next week, huh?
You betcha.
Thank you, Dr. Jackson.